I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill, and here's your latest weather forecast from the KMET Weather Center. For the Beaumont and Banning area, expect partly sunny skies. Highs are in the lower 60s. Daytime hours in the IE area, expect mostly cloudy skies. Highs upper 50s. And for the daytime in the Coachella Valley, sunshine highs in the 70s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you're tuning in on any of our platforms, let us know. Download the app. It's free, KMET 1490 AM. If you're also tuning in on our app on Alexa, make sure to follow that as well. It's awesome. All you have to do is just say it out loud. Say, I want to listen to KMET 1490 AM. It'll let you hear that and more. Oh, we got a lot of great programming throughout the day, by the way. I know we got Jesse Sanchez over there. Jesse, what's going on?
Good morning. Yes. Oh my God. So I stopped by my parents' house yesterday, okay?
Okay.
And I like to show them movie trailers to movies that I think they would enjoy. So I'm like, okay, I think I found the perfect holiday movie for my mom and dad.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Right? It has Santa Claus, it has Wishes Granted. It has David Harbour playing Santa Claus.
Okay.
And yeah, it's called A Violent Night.
Oh, you would like this. Oh, you know what? I saw him in a movie yesterday. And for those that don't know, the reason I think you like him is he's a fun character, right? That's number one. And for those of you again that don't know him and or know Jesse has a humor that is odd to some and amazing to others, and kind of like my mom always goes, "Oh, he would like that, huh?" And I go, "Yeah, sorry, I don't know what to say. It just knows it." But there it is. There's the face of the new. So what's it about, Jess?
So it is about this young girl. She believes in Santa Claus, and Santa Claus is doing his thing on Christmas Eve. But all of a sudden, these mercenaries are breaking into this home that wants like this giant safe inside their home.
Yeah.
So you know what? They're trying to break into the safe, and all of a sudden, Santa appears. He's delivering presents. He doesn't know what's going on. The robbers end up smacking him, and Santa's mad. So he's like, "What in the heck is going on?" So he ends up, he ends up being very violent on that night, and he is putting people on the naughty list.
Okay. Well, you know what I say about that? I love the actor. I think he brings an edge that I never saw before. Of course, he played Hellboy. I didn't really care for that one, not gonna lie. But I actually discovered him on that Netflix show. Shoot, what's it called with the one?
It's called Stranger Things.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Stranger Things. I discovered him. I go, okay. I didn't know him before that. And then he was in, which I loved him in. I love the character. If you haven't seen Black Widow, you've seen it how many times?
I've seen it way too many times to be, no, I'm glad I didn't see it in theater. Way too many times. But you know what? He's going to show up again in the Thunderbolts, so I can't wait to see him return.
Even better. Yeah, so he plays kind of like, you just got to see it, okay? He plays a great character. So him in this one, I get that he needs to fight back. So it's titled, what, Jess?
It's titled Violet Night. Like, someone showed me this. I was like, what is this trailer? I went in blind, not realizing what it was about.
Yeah.
And I could not stop laughing just because it's so over the top violent for Santa Claus. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, it puts edge with Santa that others would just say, you know?
Don't Santa. Like my dad, like when I saw it, I was like, here's the perfect Christmas movie for you. He's like, oh, great. What are we gonna watch? Like some Hallmark, and then he starts watching it, and then I see a smile on his face. I'm like, yeah, you like it, don't you?
Okay, I get it. Well, you know what? Here's what I recommend. I say, I think they're gonna do characters edgier, right? I know they had Bad Santa. Remember that? I didn't get that. I didn't really watch it. But I think this one has edge, and I think if you know the guy, he's like, hey, I'm gonna tough you up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't mess with him. I don't think he does this to kids. I think he just does it with bad people, right? Is that the idea? That would be the.
Yes, because they were on the naughty list, and yeah, they were shooting people with guns. So yes, they were on the naughty list. They deserved everything that Santa's gonna give them.
Well, in this day and age, I mean, it kind of makes sense. So, I think in one scene he actually has like a sledgehammer, which makes sense. I mean, you know, imagine delivering at some places. You'd be like, so you got to be careful out there.
You really do. I don't know. It'll. They're making interesting movies. It looks fun. So that's all I got to say.
Well,
I'm ex-
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think my mom's gonna watch it at all. But it's not for her. It's for others, and it's for people that actually, like it. But I think if you saw this, you would have respect for him. You'd be like, okay, I got it. You lost the weight. You leaned up. You're good to go. You got, I don't know if you got that sledgehammer from the guy trying to beat him up, because that happens, right? How many people have been beaten up as of late? So they're kind of ahead a little, You think of Pelosi and her husband who got beat up, right? So, right, Jess. So I don't know. I think this is a sign of where we're at in time.
it could very well be. And there was another movie, a Christmas movie that my friend saw that was actually pretty good. I think you might like it.
Okay.
So it has Will Ferrell
Okay.
and Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's like it's definitely the season for movies like this. I saw it. I thought it was gonna be fun, and then I saw a clip, and I'm like, I don't know. It's with Scrooge again, right? He plays Scrooge, but they do kind of a slant. I think it's gonna be a fun ride, though. I love Farrell, but yeah, and then Reynolds being the guy, I'm sure he'll put a spin on it that I'm gonna like. I can't wait to see Deadpool. Not gonna lie, like I'm looking forward to that. But yeah,
Oh, Deadpool. Yeah, no, what? You know what? They actually released a little bit of information about Deadpool.
oh, did they? What else?
They announced a character coming back from a previous TV show. Do you remember the TV show Loki? Have you seen it?
I saw like the first episode. I gotta see the second.
Gotcha, you need to watch it. But Owen Wilson's character is supposed to be in there.
Okay, okay, okay.
So it'll be interesting. I can't wait. So it's like what, another year or two before we get it, but I can't wait.
By the way, I have a question. Maybe you could help me. Okay, before I watch the rest. You said Owen Wilson's character. Okay, and for those that haven't seen Loki, I think we need to tease it a little because it's on Disney Plus. Okay, and I have it, but I'm going to cancel it after this month because I don't see anything else that I want to watch. But Loki, let's just put it this way: he does something. There's a time thing. He gets taken, and then he meets the guy you just talked about. What is it that they are like? What are they a part of? Because it's a little weird in the first episode, and I think to some they're like, it's so weird. I don't even understand it. So can you make sense of where they're at so that people understand when they watch the first one, get through the first one? Because not gonna lie, my mom was like, I do not get it. I'm like, Ma, just wait. But so help me out.
Gotcha. Yeah, Owen Wilson's character is, I think it's called Mobius, and he is a time TVA agent. And what they do is, let's say something goes wrong in time, and you go a different path than what you're supposed to, they will erase you and make sure you go on the correct path. Do you
Okay.
understand? So it's just like any kind of weird time anomalies they handle, and this way they want to keep the timeline straight.
Okay. So they're time watchers in essence, is what they are.
Yes, pretty much. They're like time cops.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so he's a time cop or time
Yes.
detective, I would say.
Yes, he would be like a time detective, where the others with the helmets and all that stuff would be like the actual police. Yep.
Okay, got it. Because I think he's set to be in Loki 2 coming up. So, which I didn't know there was going to be another one. But so there you go. And I'm going to say this: I was surprised to see him. He doesn't play his usual self, but I still loved him in it. I think the mustache was a little much for him, but it's him. So he works with it, right?
Okay, a mustache, just a straight mustache, is very difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
Very difficult. Unless you have like a cop and you got the glasses and you got the face, and you're just like, yeah.
Well, I think the hair does him. I have a friend who she's like, I love Owen Wilson, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, what do you love about him? And I think she just loves that he's funny. But she would see this and she'd be like, he's not funny. I'm like, well, he's playing a character. I just don't get the character. But Mobius, which evidently he is, and I love Loki. The Loki character is awesome. But it was so like, I didn't understand. I knew it had to do with time. I knew that much. But I was kind of like, okay, I don't know, because like, you're like in a repeat, and they're like, yeah, and like, they were like, we got so many. I think the Thanos reference was funny because they're like, yeah, what kind of jewel? So I'm like, are they like godlike? Are they like, what are they? You know what I mean? Other than timekeepers.
Right. Yeah, because like if you notice in the first episode, the Infinity Stones do not work there. They're just literally pieces of rock.
Yeah, and they're like in a desk. You know what I mean? It reminds me of, if you haven't seen the show, I think it was called A Good Place, or what's it called? With what's her name and what's his name and what's their names? Anyway, it was kind of like that. And there's a couple of movies like that where they're like, you believe like they're in a heaven-like place, but it's very office-like, right, Jesse? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, you actually got it correct. It was called The Good Place.
The Good Place. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Fun show, by the way. Also on Netflix. And it kind of deals with like what happens when you die, where do you go, and then what do you do after, which I think is fun. But there you go. So I you know what? I'm going to see the second episode, and I'm going to see it with like probably myself, because I don't think my mom was like really feeling it. She was like, I just don't get it. But there you go. All right, people, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Big shout out to Stephanie Reese. Says on Disney Plus, Tim Allen has a Santa Claus series coming up this month. Oh, I didn't know that. So there you go. All right, shout out to Stephanie. We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned.
This is Bernadette, the host of One Life Radio, your number one source for alternative and holistic health since 2011. One Life Radio is designed to educate and inspire. Visit us at oneliferadio.com, because you get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Tune in weekdays at 1 p.m. on 1490 KMET Smart Talk, ABC News Radio.
Everybody loves to hear what Grandpa has to say, because Grandpa speaks with wisdom. Here on KMET, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Be sure to listen.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the number one choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers, with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control and in many cases get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call their Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. There's some news around the... Well, let's put it this way. There's going to be some news. I don't know why, Jess. I really don't. I know today, and by I think sometime next week, they're not even going to talk about it, and it's all about the election, right? Everybody's like, okay, who won? Not going to lie, I think a lot of people kind of missed it. I think a lot of people were like, whatever. And I think a lot of people are like, you know what, let's just focus on fun. So at least it's out of the way. But I have to say, Jess, it's kind of one of those things when it's like, are we really still like doing that? So evidently this is a big headline you're probably going to hear about for the next, I don't know, so long. And here's the headline. Trump is livid and screaming his head off after disappointing midterm elections for the GOP, an advisor said. So why is he screaming, Jess? Well, it's simply because evidently, I think, he endorsed a lot of people, and a lot of people just did not win. So he's like, is it not for nothing that I do all this for all of you? But I go, why don't you just get back to business of, because I think some of your stuff is failing, just so you know. I don't think he's making money right now. I think he's doing so much in the field of campaign that in essence, maybe that's why he's mad, Jess. But he's like, I did all this speaking. I did all this event. I mean, I thought he was ready for president. They're saying he's going to announce. I'm pretty sure he will. But, yeah. Oh, he endorsed about 330 candidates. Oh, including Oz, Jess. So, the doc. So I think a lot of people are like, well, it's kind of like a baseball game or football game where you're like, is he the one? Because they're losing a lot. They were thinking they're going to win so much, and now it's like kind of like neck and neck, which it usually is. But others are like, well, thank you, those that won, and then others are like, so I don't really know why it's a thing, Jess. What do you think?
Yeah, someone needs to get him a bottle and needs to take a rest. Oh my God. What a baby. He's a grown adult. Just because the people that he endorsed didn't get picked. Oh my God. Someone needs a little baba.
Yeah, screaming at everyone. Livid screaming. He said candidates matter. Yeah, of course. He says they were all... Oh, wow. Well, maybe he's talking about the other team. I don't know. It says they were all bad candidates. I think he's talking about the other one. He's expected to launch the run next week. Oh, that's what we're going to probably talk about again. He teased about it. Well, I think if anything, he was campaigning for himself. I don't think he really was like... I think he was like, okay, I like this person, I like that person, I like this person, I like that person. Do they pay him to go to these things, Jess?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm pretty sure they pay him. I wouldn't go anywhere if I wasn't paid.
Yeah, right, because I don't think he does it. Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I remember when he got the paycheck for, being president, and he's like, no, I'm going to donate this. I thought that was the smartest thing, because I was like, you know what? Good job, Because he used his own money. He did. He used a lot of other people's money, too, which is all big biz, which I know that'll come out. But, so... I think it would be cool to see a president who didn't take any money from anyone and raised it on his own. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I would love that, just to have that happen.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. All right, so there's that. A lot of news on that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then there's this, okay, which I say is going to happen. I literally got asked the other day. I got asked, okay, do you think it's a good time to be, in real estate? And I said, I think it's a good time to be in real estate no matter what. Get your license no matter what. If you want it, it'll always be there. But they said, is it a good time to buy? And I said, well, I think And here's the thing. There's opportunity for those that wait and those that buy eventually. But if you buy it at the time where it's high, then you're kind of like this story, okay? And here's the headline on this, Jess. Well, I'm not going to say the headline. But this woman, and you probably have seen her, Jess, or maybe you haven't. I don't really know. Maybe you don't follow. But this woman is basically doing something that we would kind of be like, huh, when it comes to a home. And what do you think that is, Jess?
I have no clue. I have no idea. What does she do to it?
Do you know who she is, first of all?
I have no clue what she is or who she is.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, neither do I. I just saw this. I'm like, wait, who is she? Kim Zolciak Bierman is her. I probably got that wrong. I apologize to people that you know. Rumors are swirling that the Bravo star's home is facing foreclosure. Between let's see, amid the rumors. They dug into the records. They revealed that her house was once in jeopardy, but due to taxes, and it wasn't anytime recent. The document showed in 2014 the couple owed a lien of $10,000. They were sent a that's very common. If you get like stuff done on your home, that's very common. But they said that she got some money, paid it off. But a lien is not the same as a foreclosure. So, evidently fans online are skepticizing about the status of her finance. Especially since, evidently, she's in this Don't Be Tardy. And I guess she was in The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That makes sense. A rumor has surfaced that her house, which was worth $2.5 million, was recently auctioned off of just... Ooh, wow. Now, see, that's a buy, Jess. That's a buy. $257,000. Wow.
For a $2.5 million home?
Well, this is what she said. Here's a follow-up. Here's a follow-up. She says this in Instagram. So if you want to follow her, find her on Instagram and then see that. She says, my house was not sold for $257,000. If you guys think that I would let my home, that would put millions and millions of dollars, she just needs to let that go, Jess. Like, I guarantee it's going to come out. It was a short sale. Guaranteed. And she probably overpaid so much. Like, we need to get rid of it because no one's going to buy it at this rate. But she said some stuff. I don't think she should have said it. So, she's an entrepreneur. Some would say she's a singer. I don't know. I don't watch the show. But she continued to assert that it would be on her terms, not a court order, if she ended up leaving her house. Jess is being affected. Oh, they sold it from under her, and she's trying to keep it, Jess. So she said this. So what are you going to do, haters, when I'm here for Christmas, and I'm here for my birthday, and I'm here for all those amazing dates? Oh, Jess. Jess. She's a bad renter now, because now you get it? I think they sold it because, maybe she didn't pay, or maybe, well, I wonder what her payment would be on a $2 million home.
Too much for me to fathom right now, because I do not belong in that tax bracket.
I think if anything, Jess, yeah, I don't know. I gotta watch this show. I used to watch it way back when, and then I had a friend who was gonna be on it, and she said, "Don't say anything." I'm like, "All right, whatever." She's gonna be like a host or something. But let's see. She says, "I'm here until I bleep 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 want to move out bleep till I decide I don't want to live here anymore." Uh-oh, Jess, she's doing Housewives of something else, Jess. This isn't good for her. She says, "So enjoy the view, haters, because you're going to be seeing it for quite some time." Well, Jess, I don't know what to say about that. What view is she talking about, Jess?
I have no idea. And wait, you said this was on Bravo?
No, she's saying this on her Instagram. You could go check her out.
No, but you said her show's on Bravo.
Oh, yeah, it's on Bravo. Yeah. Well, not her show. It's a show. She has to be one of the women. I don't know if you've ever seen it. The Housewives of Atlanta is funny. When it comes to what they do and what they say, they're always like at each other, and you're like, okay, they obviously have a little too much time. And usually they marry someone who has money, right? And then they use that money and they make it big eventually. But some are like, I would be quiet about that, and I would I would move out quietly. I would just say bye-bye, and there you go, Maybe someone didn't pay his debt. Maybe it was her guy. Maybe he didn't pay the debt. And she's like, I'm going to stay here. I don't care about you. You know what I mean? I can't even use words I think she would say.
So. Right, until the police drag her out and she's like, oh my God, this is my home. Don't let me stay here. Oh my God.
Yeah, it should be on Instagram. I don't think that's the right thing because pretty much now they're going to be like, okay, so... And they'll be like, in this story, she is being forcibly moved out by the... Yeah, I think the sheriff's going to be like, she'll be like, you want to go on a date? Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Oh, and there's other news, Jess. A bunch of people are out of a job when it comes to Facebook. We'll talk about that next here on The Morning Show. Stay tuned.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Join West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants each Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock p.m. Daryl focuses on successful businesses from California's southern border to Canada, including the great border states of Arizona and Nevada. Every week, Daryl provides in-depth discussions and interviews with prominent leaders and innovators that makes all of our lives better and more productive. West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants, Wednesdays at 4 o'clock p.m. right here on Smart Talk Radio.
Football season is back, and every Monday night at the Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel is where you need to be. Come cheer on your favorite team and become a Club Serrano member for your chance to win incredible prizes, enjoy food and drink specials, and be entertained by the 66ers dance team. It's the Monday Night Pigskin Party at the Two Coot Lounge at the brand new Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel in Highland, California. Rep your team, and we'll see you there this Monday.
Tired of waiting in line for overpriced coffees and packaged rolls? Make a change and stop for coffee or espresso or ham and cheese croissant at Donut Delight on Highland Springs Road in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight is a family-owned business with a friendly staff who has served the past area for 22 years. Donut Delight on the corner of Highland Springs Road and Ramsey Street, just off the I-10 freeway. Donut Delight opens daily at 4:30 a.m.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 57.
KMT 1490 AM. Sorry, our audio was off on our stream, not on our radio. But yeah, so, okay. If you have a job, Jess, love it, keep it, and just say thank you, especially going into the winter month. Let's see where we're at. November, December, January, February. Okay. Now, we've been, saying that it would happen, and it did a lot. A lot of people are suddenly out of a job, but it's not just Facebook. A lot of social media giants are actually laying off, including Lyft. And you're like, wait, what? So, they're all doing it. And they're like, what is going on? And I would say this, it's time to go, what? If you have a job, right? Keep it. and B, like, you know what I mean? So here it is. I'm going to say this first. That way everyone doesn't think it's just Facebook, because everybody goes, big deal. We don't care about Facebook, because everybody's upset about Facebook, because Facebook is not posting the right thing. I mean, my mom was like, I was trying to post. It wasn't letting me. I hate Facebook, right, in essence. Among them, Lyft has cut about 700 people that work at corporate level, okay? Not necessarily driving, okay? So if you're a driver and you're listening, thank you. That's number one. Number two, you have a job, because guaranteed they need money. But when internal kind of looks at like numbers and they go, okay, why are we almost in like debt? They kind of overspend, and they kind of like, oh no, we didn't think about it, because people are either A, saying I can't afford it, because, you know, back to people that say inflation too high. Somebody needs to get a handle, man. And they need to go to the store and they need to buy something that they used to buy in I would say 20, just a few years ago, okay? If you look at the numbers, they're high in certain things. Not all. Like, you can still get, I remember I went to the store, Jess, and I'm like almost $9 for like 12 cans of, you know, carbonated beverage. Okay, I'll just say that. I'm not endorsing any one particular. Well, I drink Coke, just so you know. But my point is this. $9. Then I'm like, but that makes no sense. I went to 7-Eleven, same thing, and I'm like, but that makes no sense. And the person's like, yeah, well, I go, but would you pay it? Because he got upset. He's like, it's the same thing, big deal. And I'm like, no, there's something wrong about this. Because they used to have buy two for like so much, right? It was never like $9 for one whole, you know what I mean? So now they have specials, 2 for $5, right? And I'm like, okay, they figured it out. They're like, okay, we just can't keep doing this because people aren't going to buy it long term, right? I mean, people buy it, but it doesn't make sense to be at $9 for 12 cans when it was 2 for $5, right? So, and I get it, and that was only like in 2020. You know, 2018, 2019, 2020, and then all of a sudden, bloop, everything's high, right? Everybody goes, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. But back to this. Stripe laid off 14% of their workforce. I don't know what it is about the 14%, because that's the same thing with Facebook. Facebook laid off about 14%, which I think they're overstaffed to begin with. They laid off 11,000 employees, Jess. Oh, it says about 13% of the workforce, which is about that much. Okay, that makes sense. 13 to 14 to 15 to 16 to 17%. So if you're in that, what next? Now, the good thing is this. Before you feel sorry for the people, like I know people were like upset with, you know, Twitter and, you know, Musk doing that. But they're kind of going into the year going, okay, we need to either A, like take a pause, B, like go next level, and or C, what were we doing the whole time to have the money to be able to pay you guys the salary that we need you for? Now, I will say this. I think this is going to do Facebook in a really bad way, okay? And I say this, some of their design, especially with programmers, has been off. If you know Facebook, it's been off. It like alerts you, like stuff that it shouldn't alert you. We got alerted. I can't even post on the KMET page on Facebook. That's not my fault. That's Facebook. But if you have less, how are you going to get like attended to? I had a person who got hacked on their Facebook, and they use it for business, right? And a lot of people who've paid into it, kind of they have to pay, right, Jess? Because they use it for, you know, like promotion or for like getting the word out. That's what people use Facebook for. That's how Facebook makes their money, okay? Twitter. Musk is saying to people that have been like advertising, how come this is on pause? But I say this, look at your programming first and then see why it either works or doesn't work, and then say, how can we make it work for our advertisers? I'll give you an example. Right now, as far as I know, YouTube has not laid anyone off, right? YouTube has ads all the time, even on small clips. But you kind of get used to it, right? So I say this, enable the video thing, put the advertisers on that, and then make a clickable, hey, go here, and then that'll be a win for everyone. But what Facebook does is the opposite. They limit your click-through because they want to keep it internal. That's why they're doing gaming. But I don't think they're going to do it right. I think a lot of gamers are like, man, we're not even liking this anymore. So in essence, if you follow the YouTube model all the way, you'll make money because you got the eyes for now. But if you continue in this way and like business is like, you know what, I'll get my website done, I don't need Facebook anymore, and people start going that way, then basically like you're going the MySpace route. MySpace got bought by some very, 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 like, I don't know what Timberlake did with that. Justin Timberlake was a part of that. And then they revamped it 100%, which was cool. It looked cool, but it was so different, it kind of did away with the user's experience of being able to customize your own page. I don't know if you had a MySpace account. You still have one, by the way, because it's still there. But, you know what I mean? Go ahead, Jess. What are you thinking?
No. I did have a MySpace. I loved it. I remember seeing comments right now. These kids are like, "Oh, I wish my Facebook page or Twitter page, like when you go there, it would play my favorite song and stuff and graphics." I'm just like, you're kind of describing MySpace back.
They are. It's almost like they have that, and I think if they brought that back a little, not a lot, the kids would be like, "Awesome! I can customize my own page." Like, you know, awesome. It's too, like, it's just too, I don't know. They got to go next level. And they got to, like, you know, make it, because people learned code really quick when it came to MySpace, I think. Because you could, like, get widgets, you could put this or that, you could be like, hey, visit my, and it had your stuff. I don't know what you had on yours. I imported Justin TV video, and then I made one that says, enjoy your movie. And I tested it out. And I brought people that I knew to it, and then we could watch the same movie at the same time. Well, now they're doing that. You know, it's a thing. Just get Oculus or, you know, Viva Cosmos, which is a headset VR, and then download the big screen app, and you can watch a movie with people in the same room. You could play a game in the same room, by the way, Jess. If you had, like, Oculus, you and I could play Magic against each other on the same device and be in the same room. Kind of like, you have to experience it. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, my point is this, Jess. I just think, you know, people are going to be upset that people got laid off. But here's the thing. Facebook actually has a really good severance package. So don't feel sorry for them, okay? It says laid off employees will get 16 weeks of base pay. So that's good. Plus 2 weeks for each year of service. So that's good. Meaning someone with 5 years service at Meta will receive around 6 months worth of pay. Again, that's good. That's like vacation. While those with just a year's service will get in excess of 4 months of pay. Let's see. Zuckerberg said that there is no cap on extra pay per year of service. The severance pay is substantially more generous than packages offered to staff after recent layoffs at firms like Twitter and Lyft. Twitter offered employees 3 months of severance pay. Still good, by the way. Because you still get your pay, so you have time to find another job. Because it's like, oh my God. So it's not like you're left without anything. So don't feel sorry. Remember you said, like, slave? They're not slave, Jess. They got money, okay?
Yeah, I know. Slave to the money.
Lyft staffers are given 10 weeks pay, but those are people that work at corporate level, okay? Programmers and other things. I do wonder how it's going to be for the drivers and people that want to get places, because I'm going to say the app is kind of weird. Again, I don't know what they do other than like app design. And I think you could do that with smart people 24/7 with probably half your staff, to be honest. I think they scaled up too big, too fast. And I think that happened on some of them. Not all of them. Because sometimes I go, can you at least answer your email? Right? So, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to make other people work harder. Or because I think people just are not adding up right now. And I think if there's a design that it's rolled out anytime soon, they just need to go back to the original code, Jess. And they just need to enact like vintage, old-fashioned Facebook. And I think it will work better. I think all these new designs don't work. And people don't get their posts seen. I had a thing where like I had to hear from someone else that somebody died. And I'm like, that didn't even come up on my Facebook. And I commented on his thing, so I was like, then I go look and I'm like, what? And then everybody else is like, I'm so sorry you died. I loved you. And, they posted all the pictures and I'm like, I hate you, Facebook. So it's a good way to stay connected. I say, don't delete your Facebook, but you don't get to see all like the posts that you want to see. I'm just seeing people that I just like, okay, you're posting the same thing. Maybe I gotta stop liking certain things and then liking other people's things. I don't know. I think I gotta go through my Facebook friends list and stuff. Anyway, that's the situation. So there you go. Jess, what are you working on? What's going on over there?
No. I was actually thinking you're right because there are some times where people would post and I wouldn't see it, and then there's something bad happens. Like, you didn't see my other post? I was like, no.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that happened to me last week. Very horrifying. So I'd rather not relive that. But let's go about a different story. And we never talked about this, but did you hear about Brittany Griner?
First of all, I'm trying to figure the name. I don't know the name. Help me out.
She is the WNBA player who was apprehended in Russia because of some cannabis oil canisters within her bag.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. What happened?
No, they are not playing games with her. They're really just dragging her through the mud right now. She was sent to a Russian penal colony to serve for 9 years that she's gonna be there.
Oh, Jess, she's not. There's no fun there. There's no fun. That's depression times 8.
Right, and I'm just like, I do not wish that on anybody. Just for a bunch of cannabis, no. I'm fairly sure they're messing with her just because of this whole Ukraine thing right now.
Well,
she's just a ploy, a toy for them.
Well, I say this, and I say this a lot. I say, you guys do not understand how good we have it here, okay? We have a lot of things just like, okay, like, I'll give you an example. When it comes to cannabis or anything like, with weed, right? Biden just forgave a lot of people that were in prison for that, right? You're like, yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of drugs that people should go to jail for. Marijuana is not one of them.
Well, okay, all right, but my point is this. When you travel, you got to remember not every place is like that. Not every state is like that. Not every country is like that. Not every province is like that, okay? Russia, they are tough. Period. End of story. Okay? China, they are tough. Canada, if they find you with any, they send you back, Jess. Okay?
They send me back to America?
Yeah. And you're unallowed to go into Canada, okay? So don't travel with that stuff. Even, they just, no. Just because they allow it here doesn't mean, it's suddenly a thing all around the world, okay? Mexico, they allow anything and everything. I mean, big deal. You just pay them and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll look the other way. Because, what? They do. It's true. Go back and forth. They don't care. But Canada, they care, okay? Australia, they care. Customs, they care. Okay, if you go through customs, which you usually do, no matter what, from one country to another, you have a passport, right? You gotta show no drug, okay? So what she did, not good. And yeah. Well, I think she's gonna have a movie coming soon, and I would say, have that ready to go at some point for me, because when I get out, and I know I will, but man, I do not want to be in prison, because I think she's gonna go next level, Jess.
I don't know. I feel bad. I mean, yeah, just make sure you know what you're packing in your bag. But yeah, it's true. Just because it's legal here doesn't mean it's legal everywhere else. You should not be carrying this stuff on a plane, regardless. Send it in the mail.
Yeah, well, and there you go. Well, how was she caught with that? I don't know the situation. Did she do it for someone else? Did she what was the situation there, Jess?
She was packing for an event. I can't remember which event, but apparently she forgot that it was in her bag. You know what? It happens, especially if you travel a lot.
Yeah.
So, but either way, you got to be careful. Got to make sure where where it is at all times, and especially to another country, because you know what? Just because you live the way here doesn't mean they live the same way over there.
Yeah, I would say this, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think, she's going to muscle up. I think when she comes out, she's going to be a different woman. You know what I'm saying, Jess?
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to do in prison, especially a Russian penal colony? What are you going to do, just exercise all day, every day? She could be ripped.
Pretty much. She's already an athlete. She's already got the tat. You know what I mean, Jess? She is not going to let anyone have on her. You know what I mean? You see her coming a mile away. I didn't know she was that tall, not going to lie. She is tall, Jess.
Yeah, I did not know she was that tall either. Good Lord, I feel so short right now. Oh, my God.
That woman next to her is like, if she wants to run away, I think she can.
It makes sense why she's a WNBA player.
She
but
fast, man. She fast.
Yeah.
She fast. She's gonna muscle up. I guarantee it. Now, here's what I think. When she's ready to get out, and whoever can do this, get her in a movie quick, because everybody's gonna want to sign her the moment she gets out. She's gonna be tough though, Jess. You see that innocent, nice face that she has right there? It's gonna be bye-bye in like a year. Russia is no joke, Jess.
Yeah, I bet. Especially for all the stuff I see in movies and TVs. Yeah, let's not joke around with Russia, especially in their little penal colonies.
I feel sorry for her. I'm not gonna lie, because from what I read here, you're right, Jess. She didn't even like smuggle it. I think it said they found vape canisters. We all know everybody has that, with cannabis oil in her luggage, and then she gets 9 years of prison in Russia.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme for me. I'm like, oh my god.
It is extreme. It is, but I say this: when you travel, you gotta be careful with what you know. They need to kind of like on the before you go on. You gotta get almost schooled about like where you're going, right? I don't think she understood. Like she thought, oh, Russia, big deal, blah 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 blah, right? And you're right. It was around the time of Ukraine and all that. And it says here her attorneys. Which again, people, you gotta know the lay of the land where you're going. Okay, I say this. All right, don't get just don't. It says she treated injuries with medical cannabis. That's according to her attorneys. But again, that's not legal in Russia. But 9 years of prison for that, even that is way too much, in my opinion. I mean, you're treating her like a criminal. So I would say this to the Russia people. Relax, okay? There's people dying. Chill. I think if they had the right person, they would say, look, if you want to be that person, and we know you do, let's not, and then let's just let it go. Because there are worse crimes happening right now when you're killing everyone in the Ukraine area, okay? We're talking nuclear, we're talking all this for cannabis? Come on. I get that it's illegal. I get that you don't want it there. But at the end of this war, Jess, more people are going to be so traumatic and they're going to want to use things. So they need to release her within like a month. That's what I'm going to say, Jess. And I don't care if they lock me up. You know why? I'm not moving to Russia. I'm not visiting Russia. I'm not going to Russia. I'm not anything. Now, if I met a Russian woman, that's different. I'd be like, okay, but we travel safe. And, we get her parents here. And then I say, okay. And then I say, let me check your luggage before we go anywhere. Okay? That's what I say. That's all I'm going to say. All right, people, make it a great day. We got a little break coming. Here it is. More right after this. Oh, I feel sorry for her. Oh.
KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. You'll find a courteous, welcoming staff and spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and a fitness center and pool, conveniently located off the I-10 freeway near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500 or go online to HIEBanning.com.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Your pharmacy and mobility solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit. Get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Welcome back. Yes, it is a morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We got a little news before we go. You know, there's been a huge thing, and people are a little upset, and I think it's because people are like, you know, I thought you were single. And then all of a sudden, they're like divorcing somebody they were married the whole time. I think it's because of Facebook and Instagram and certain people that follow each other on Twitter. That kind of like, I thought you were single. Have you noticed that, Jess?
No. Explain. What do you mean? Who's single?
Oh, no, they're not single. And then they're divorcing. They're like secret husband, like they divorce. And you didn't know they were married the whole time. Kind of like that one that you said, I think she was a person. Then she's like, oh, he made me do this on camera. And, you know, I made money, but, you know, he was abusive and I don't like him. Now we're divorcing. You're like, I didn't even know you were married. So it's like all these secret marriages all of a sudden. But they're making money. I think guys are upset that they're liking and posting like, oh, I love you and hearts and all that. And the woman was married the whole time. Right? You thought they were single like you had a chance. Because every guy that posts on that thinks they have a chance, right?
Right. Gotcha. I mean, you're talking about like those streamers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is a headline, and I don't even know who this woman is. It says, this is the actor Katie Maloney is reportedly dating. But evidently, people are like, she was been dating discreetly since splitting with her ex-husband in March. She admitted to being on the prowl with Lala Kent when the two Vanderpump Rules stars found themselves single at the same time earlier this year after the latter broke up with producer Randall Emmett. Again, I don't know who these people are, but there you go. All right, people, we got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more on the show coming soon tomorrow. Bye, everyone.